Hey, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Hit subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video, and if this one helps you out, a like genuinely means a lot to us. Let's get into it. There is an assumption so deeply embedded in how most people shop that almost nobody ever questions it. The assumption is this: the bigger the package, the better the deal. The family size is always cheaper per serving than the regular size. The bulk option is always smarter than the smaller one. The warehouse club is always saving you money. Buying more means spending less per unit, and that is simply how it works. Except it doesn't. Not consistently, not even most of the time in some categories. And the grocery and retail industry is counting on you believing it does, because that assumption is one of the most reliable ways they get customers to spend more money per trip without ever questioning whether they made a smart decision. Today we're pulling back the curtain on how package sizing and pricing actually works. Why bigger frequently costs more per unit rather than less. What shrinkflation is doing to your shopping cart without you noticing, and the one number on every shelf tag that changes everything once you start using it. This is not complicated. It takes about 30 seconds extra per item, and it is worth hundreds of dollars a year for a household that shops regularly. Let's start with the unit price, because this is the foundation of everything else in this video. Every shelf tag in a grocery store has two prices on it. The first is the price you see clearly, the sticker price of the item. The second is the unit price, printed much smaller, usually in the bottom left or bottom right corner of the tag. The unit price tells you the cost per ounce, per pound, per count, per fluid ounce, or per sheet, depending on the product. It strips away the packaging entirely and tells you what you're actually paying for the product itself rather than for the box or bottle it comes in. Most shoppers look at the sticker price and make their decision. The sticker price is what the store and the manufacturer want you to focus on because it is the number that can be manipulated most easily through package size. The unit price is the honest number. And once you start reading unit prices instead of sticker prices, the things you find are genuinely surprising. Here's a real example of how this plays out. Take a breakfast cereal. A standard box might be 12 ounces and priced at $3.99. The family size box next to it is 18 ounces and priced at $6.49. The family size is a bigger box and a bigger number on the sticker, which most people instinctively process as more value. But the unit price on the standard box is about 33 cents per ounce. The unit price on the family size is 36 cents per ounce. The bigger box costs more per ounce than the smaller one. You are paying a premium for the larger packaging, not getting a discount for buying more. This is not an isolated example. It shows up across product categories with remarkable consistency. Shampoo and conditioner frequently follow this pattern. The large bottle looks like the economical choice, and then the unit price reveals the medium is cheaper per fluid ounce. Cleaning sprays, laundry detergent, condiments, snack foods, cooking oils, vitamins. In all of these categories, the larger size regularly costs more per unit than the medium or even the small, particularly when the smaller size is on promotion. The reason this happens is not accidental. Manufacturers and retailers have studied consumer psychology extensively, and they know that most shoppers default to the larger size because of the ingrained bigger equals better assumption. That assumption allows them to charge a higher unit price on the larger package because the majority of buyers won't notice. The customers who do notice and buy accordingly are a small enough minority that the strategy remains profitable. The family size label does the psychological work of communicating value without the pricing having to actually deliver it. There is also a specific pricing tactic used across 3 size product ranges that is worth understanding because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. When a product comes in small, medium, and large, the medium is very frequently priced at the worst unit value of the 3. Not the large, the medium. The small might be $2.49. The medium might be $3.99. The large might be $4.99. At a glance, the large looks like the obvious smart choice compared to the medium, because the jump from medium to large is only $1 for significantly more product. The store has anchored you to the medium price and made the large look like a bargain by comparison. comparison. But the small, at $2.49 for its size, might have the best unit price of all three. The medium exists largely to make the large look appealing rather than to offer genuine value of its own. Now let's talk about warehouse clubs, because Costco and Sam's Club occupy a special place in the perception of smart bulk buying. And the reality is more nuanced than the reputation suggests. Warehouse clubs genuinely do offer excellent unit pricing on a specific category of products. Toilet paper, paper towels, dish soap, laundry detergent, cooking oils, canned goods, nuts, coffee, and non-perishable staples that you use at high consistent volume. On these items, warehouse pricing is typically very competitive and worth buying in bulk. If you go through 2 bottles of olive oil a month, buying a large container at Costco at a lower unit price makes clear financial sense. The problem is that the warehouse club environment is engineered to make you buy more than just those items. The warehouse format, the sample stations, the end cap displays, the seasonal and limited availability items, the sheer scale of everything, all of it is designed to expand your basket far beyond the staples you came in for. And the membership fee, currently $65 a year for a basic Costco membership, needs to be factored into every purchase calculation. If you spend $65 to save $40 on products compared to the regular grocery store, you have not saved money. You have spent $25 more than you would have without the membership. Warehouse clubs also fall apart for fresh and perishable items for most household sizes. A 5-pound container of spinach is an extraordinary unit price, and if you throw away 3 pounds of it before it wilts, the effective price per pound you actually consumed is much higher than the regular grocery store. The same applies to fresh bread, berries, herbs, dairy, and most produce. The unit price only delivers its promise if you use all of what you bought before it spoils. For large families with high food consumption, this calculus works. For smaller households, the waste often cancels the savings. Shrinkflation is the next piece of this, and it is something that has accelerated significantly in recent years. Shrinkflation is the practice of reducing the amount of product in a package while keeping the price the same or raising it slightly so that the effective price per unit increases without a visible price increase on the shelf tag. The number on the sticker stays the same or goes up only marginally. What changes is how much you get for it. Specific documented examples. A major chip brand reduced the number of chips in their standard bag by several chips while keeping the bag size and price identical. A major yogurt brand reduced individual cup size from 6 ounces to 5.3 ounces, a 12% reduction that most consumers never notice because the container looked the same. Toilet paper brands have been reducing the sheet count on rolls for years while maintaining the same number of rolls in the pack. A major chocolate bar brand reduced bar weight by several grams while packaging remained unchanged. The reason shrinkflation is so effective is precisely because it flies below the threshold of conscious consumer attention. A price increase on the shelf tag is visible and can trigger a decision to switch brands or stores. Reducing the product inside the same packaging is invisible unless you are specifically comparing unit prices across purchases over time. Your grocery bill stays roughly the same while the amount of product you bring home quietly decreases. This is an effective hidden price increase, and it has been used by manufacturers across almost every major consumer goods category. The defense against both misleading size pricing and shrinkflation is the same thing: the unit price. If you look at unit prices consistently rather than sticker prices, shrinkflation is immediately visible. The unit price on a product you buy regularly will go up even when the sticker price stays flat if the manufacturer has reduced the contents. And the unit price comparison across sizes instantly reveals when the bigger package is actually the worst deal. There are also a few practical considerations beyond the unit price alone. Storage space is real money in the sense that buying a quantity you cannot store properly, especially liquids and items with temperature requirements, wastes the savings. And the time value of consumption matters for perishables in a way it doesn't for shelf-stable goods. A good unit price on something you won't use completely before it goes bad is not a saving. The shift in approach coming out of this video is simple. Before you reach for the larger size by default, glance at the unit price on the shelf tag. It takes 5 seconds. You will find that sometimes the bigger package wins. Sometimes it doesn't, and occasionally the smallest size on the shelf has the best unit price of everything on the row. Let the number make the decision rather than the size of the packaging. Across a household that shops weekly, consistently buying based on unit price rather than package size, and staying alert to shrinkflation saves conservatively between $300 and $500 a year. Not from any dramatic lifestyle change, not from coupons or apps or loyalty cards, just from reading the small number on the shelf tag that the store and the manufacturer would rather you didn't look at. Drop a comment if you've ever caught a bigger package costing more per unit. We genuinely read every single one, and it's always interesting to hear the specific products people find this on. And if you want us to do a full video on how grocery stores are designed to make you spend more from the moment you walk in, let us know below. Hit the like button if this was useful, subscribe and tap the bell if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.